Hey guys, it's Sir William of York here, and welcome to the grind. So we're at a new peak rank. We're at 256 LP, which is it's like 50 or 60 above our peak rank before. So that's pretty cool. What we found out, or what we were trying to do, right around here, I don't remember the exact day. It was either 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 3 days ago. We started to get a little bit of coaching. I think it was 4 days ago. Now that I'm thinking about it, and we wanted to kind of he basically helped us uncover a couple of blind spots in our gameplay. So one is we essentially did nothing on side lane when we acquired a lead if in situations where we didn't feel like we could repeatedly solo kill the enemy team on side lane. So just to kind of show you guys real quick the VOD I went over with banned from chess, and one of my really big weaknesses as a player, so you can see I start off this game like super fed. I get 5 random kills. I get 4 random kills and then a kill on side lane, right? And you can see my teammates fighting mid, and I'm just bot lane thinking about making the Anivia homeless, right? And I essentially do nothing for 10 minutes and allow this Anivia to just free farm, right? Or I'm focused too much on denying this Anivia. What I really should be doing is just nuking this wave and roaming to kill with my team, right? Roaming to apply pressure to the map with my team. That's all I have to do in this situation, and the game is 10,000 times easier. You can see between legit 10 minutes and 15 minutes, I like barely interact with another champion. I face check Viego once, and then kill him, and then we collapse on Anivia, but like we basically functionally get nothing done. And then I int my shutdown, and game is suddenly really hard when I'm a Cassidin playing scaling runes that got 5 kills at 5 minutes. So this is when we lane swap out of bot, right? I covered a wave mid to give my Yunara time to get there, and now what I've been doing in the past is like I'll walk up and say the wave's here and I'm first in the lane. I'll sit in a brush down there so Victor face checks me, right? And that's like the only play I have on side lane. What he was basically saying is if you want to climb to higher elo, better players aren't going to let you get away with that. They're going to respect that sort of thing. So it's better to just do the more consistent play of just nuking the wave and rotating. So here I get a little bit chunked out, and I actually have to base. We also have been going Symbiotic Souls. We've been trying out Symbiotic Souls again. I think it's good. I like Nemesis is given the suggestion of purchasing it after your first base. I think it's allowed us to do some pretty cool stuff. So we get chunked out. This is obviously a mistake here. And then we deploy back on the map and we basically sit bot side. Right? And so this is what I mean. So we crash the wave into tower, and we don't need to collect this wave until it's like right here, right there. So we use this as an opportunity to go pick up blue buff and then rotate mid. And this Caitlyn this game was very fed out of lane phase. You could see it's 10 to 5. This game started off as a complete disaster. I believe at one point it was like 10 to 2 or 10 to 1 or something like this. Like my team really got messed up. I'm not a fan of my target selection there, but I don't know. I don't think I can actually kill the Caitlyn because you see how much I flashed on Nami and she healed the Caitlyn because she was expecting me to flash on the Caitlyn. See how much damage she does? So again, this is kind of the idea of what I'm doing, right? And you're going to lose some CS bot lane. Like you're not going to get every single minion, but the idea is you're exerting more pressure on the map by doing this, right? Now, this is a little bit of an opportunistic play here, right? So instead of going directly to the wave, I believe I see Kha'Zix's show. And Kha'Zix in this game, I believe, is 6-0. He has a 1k shutdown. And so I just go and kill him real quick before rotating to the wave. I think that's completely fine, because I'm still nuking the wave. Now there's a couple options for what I could do here. I think I decide to just nuke the wave. I'm in the mindset of that. I could also just kind of slow push and hold this for a second. And the reason I think that's a fine play too is because there's nothing up. My team's dead. Or my team's not really doing anything on the map also. But I think this is completely fine. I take a base here to get my item because I just got 1k gold. We're very heavy AP this game, right? And so this gives you a perspective of how bad this early game started. Basically, Kha'Zix just camped bot, and Diana chain died. The game started off with Diana ganking bot, and then respawning, going for top crab, dying to Kha'Zix and Victor. Like, it was just a disaster of chain inting. So I deploy bot here. I look to go hover my team to see if Victor overchases, and then I go back for the wave. And beautiful. I push the wave and rotate mid. So this is exactly the sort of gameplay that I want to be doing, and what I've been trying to work on. We're able to clear out some vision. And then it's fine. We can't do anything, so we rotate bot. I think we give this Drake. I was a little bit upset about this because I personally felt like we were strong enough to contest this. I was a little bit confused as to the split push Malphite. I thought he had TP. I remember thinking in game that I thought he had TP. And let me just turn on a little bit of music. So we end up losing Otacon and Dragon. However, my team completely, I think, wipes them there. Now, this is obviously a pretty bad team fight by me. So, basically, if you look at what happens here, I get trapped, I fail ult over the wall, and then nothing happens, right? I literally do not interact with the enemy team this fight whatsoever. I'm just hovering Yunara in case anyone comes to try and kill. And then I'm contemplating diving Victor, but I think they have too many players. So third item, I'm actually going Void Staff this game. Reason I'm going Void is we're all AP for the most part. Now the lane states here get a little bit weird. I go to pick up a mid wave and Yunara perma splits, which I'm not really fond of, but it's not the end of the world. I think this is actually thinking in hindsight, I think this might have been why we won the game, because I can just perma clear waves mid, and I'm getting mid and top wave. And the one person I don't really want to be matched against is Irelia, right? I don't want to be versus Irelia in side lane. They see everyone show bot, so they think they can push this tower, and Diana gets a really good flank. Beautiful. And from this state, the game is pretty cooked for them, right? Once I get that 1k shutdown and I get these kills, it's like, what are they going to do? I thought about TPing top, but I didn't see where Victor was. I'm pretty sure Victor was on top wave. And if Victor is there, he just E-ults me and I die. Now this is a matchup we want to avoid. I thought about burning flash here, but I was pretty sure I just survived this. And I have fast back, so it's really nothing to be worried about. Is this a good idea? I think this lane deployment was a mistake. I think I should have let Malphite go top, and I should have gone bot, or deployed with my team through mid, and looked for a play. The reason, so this is a suggestion that Band from Chess gave me. If you deploy through mid when you're weak-sided like this and you have no vision, it's much safer, and then you can roam into the jungle to get vision with your teammates. So I think this is a little bit of a mistake, and I shouldn't be going top. Even though I don't die here, though, I definitely could. At the very least, burn my flash. I also force Malphite off of mid-wave. So that's a pretty big mistake, in my opinion. Now again, I'm weak-sided. My job here is to kind of not int. And then I actually group up for Dragon. I'm hovering Baron, so I thought they were going to just start Baron when we get Dragon. And I think this team fight I misexecuted. So let me watch this again. I don't auto W and I miss the ult flash. I think if I walk forward like a millimeter more, this is much more winning, and then I can turn on the Kha'Zix. But it's a little bit hard. Or like I hit the blast cone or something. That would have been good too. It doesn't really matter because we end up winning the fight, right? We got a great engage on them. Yunara, Diana are very scaled. And from this position, the game is really hard to lose for us. We outscale them, in my opinion. Right, and you'll see the rest of the game is just us slowly closing it out, taking our time. We do almost lose Baron, but Diana's a legend. The fact that she made it out of that alive is crazy. This TP is really bad. I was basically just thinking there was going to be a fight, trying to chase down the Diana, and I wanted to make sure I was covering her. I also thought I might be able to catch mid lane. This is basically end of review. I'd give myself a B+ for trying to accomplish my learning objective this game. Right, I think I did a good job at pushing up sides and rotating. The biggest knock against me is, I think, going for that wave top when Kha'Zix jumped on me. I think when my entire team, no one was around to cover me. Right, I think that was very stupid. Okay, the second game we played was a 15-minute FF. So we're going to take a look at the third game we played today. We ended up playing 4 games on stream today. We did a lot of VOD review for other people. So let's take a look at this. So we're not, again, going to look too much at the early lane. We're mainly, our learning objectives are more about the mid game and what we're really trying to hone in on and focus on, right? And I think in this game, I didn't do a great job accomplishing it. So disregarding lane phase, right? We get fed, we get a couple solo kills that really does not matter. Just ignore that, you know, I'm 4 kills. So we do a really early lane swap. And part of the reason is because I'm versus a Veigar Yuumi bot lane, which is going to exert no pressure on me, right? They can't kill me. I can potentially kill them, maybe, if I burn their sums. I'm not 100% certain. But they legit have no kill pressure on me, you could see. They have to run away. Especially because I'm 4 kills and I have Malignance at 12 minutes. Malignance in an item, half another item. Looking back, I end up going Symbiotic Souls. I wish I got Symbiotic Souls on this base because they would have stacked a little bit faster. But again, this deployment, right, we decided to go TP bot because we're doing Dragon and we're thinking maybe we can catch out Veigar. I'm fine with this because my team is right there and we were thinking we can maybe dive, right? So this is what we do. We push up to tower and then we go to rotate. We're able to get a plate here. And I'm thinking maybe we can kill. But it's kind of difficult with a Yuumi up his butt. And we go for a psychotic dive on Veigar. Yuumi is a perfectly balanced champion. And then I think I'd tell Alistar to go mid. Again, I'm fine with this deployment bot. We're going to go hover mid, see if we can get mid tower, since we can't really do anything about Veigar. Veigar gets the push, and we pretty much we lose 3 melee minions to do a shit ton of damage on mid tower. I'm fine with this. Now, I think this is when I almost int the game. Yeah, I base, I go back, I'm fine with this, but... So I have had a problem with dying on weak side here. So I had another VOD where I inted my shutdown in this exact same situation. And I die here, right? So we've got to look at what's happening. We see LeBlanc's dead. We see Vayne is mid 2v1, and my jungle's on Crab. If I'm Shyvana, there's nothing I can do here. I should be looking for a play bot lane. The only reason I end up living here is because they have the most useless bot lane combo against me the world has ever seen, right? So Shyvana shows up. My only goal here should be to not int my shutdown. Now I end up living this, right? And I actually end up killing Shyvana because she loses her mind. So this sequence here, where I get inted by Shyvana, this is pretty much end of review for me, even those end up turning out okay, because I think the fundamentals of this are not ideal. Right? I think not dying on weak side is one of the things I'm trying to avoid, right? Playing a little bit more with my team and being aware of what my team's doing, they go hand in hand. I would probably rate this game like a C, C plus maybe, in terms of how I played the weak side. I do end up almost inting my shutdown, and this is a complete failure point. I don't know what the fuck the Shyvana was doing, but next game. So this is another game which starts off as a complete disaster for my team. So level 1, I face check, blah blah blah. We're not really looking at how we play the lane. I think we got saved by the fact that Echo didn't know how to pilot his champion, and we have like Yuumi Yi is probably one of the most disgusting combos in the game. Actually, how did I get 2 kills this game? Oh. That's how we ended up getting a triple kill level 6. And then Shaco chases me down for a shutdown. Now, we do some really stupid shit. So we go from 6-0 to 6-3 very quickly. We're just going to skip past all that, ignore all that. Okay, so we're going to go to how we play sides soon. So here, I want to camera pan bot lane. I don't like my lack of panning to what's going on bot lane. I'm focused too much on my lane here. I need to see if they burn summoner spells because it really affects our ability to do shit, right? So we're deploying bot, we lane swap with mid. I basically tell them I can match the Twitch. Watch this. So I didn't know what he had for sums. I probably could have killed there in hindsight. This is a mistake. Because he used, and the reason I could have killed here is really important. He used W on the wave, so he has no ability to slow me to get out. Although, no, I think it's fine to keep going for that potentially. And the reason is because I saw Shaco topside. Now, I'm okay with this. We're going to lose bot tower, but my entire team's playing topside. It's weak side right now. I don't want to TP on a tower as it dies, because then I'll just int the Echo. And we try and ult flash for the shutdown, so the Twitch at this point is like 6-0. And I don't know why I wanted to do that. We should have just given it to E. That's obviously really stupid. And then we go back to collect the wave. So far I'm fine with everything we've done. Let's look at how we play this fight. So we deploy through mid. The reason we deploy through mid is there's a wave on tower, and then we're going to look to go into the side lane. We want to be very careful, though, about how we approach things. So I think Twitch is one of those champions that really affects how you can play the side lane. Because his favorite play to do in the entire game is to wait for Jhin, wait for me to walk up, use our abilities in the wave, and then one-shot us with ult. Right? That's exactly all he wants to do when he plays. So I see Shaco there, so I don't end up continuing. And we're just playing to our Yi. And we're fine here. So we get our Symbiotic Souls, we take a base. This is a little bit scuffed. I should have pinged Jhin back, because to me it was very obvious that Twitch was there. That's why I'm pushing. We don't want to jump onto him because he has ult, fully stacked lethal tempo, and an enchanter up his ass. So this is pretty bad. Our Yi gets caught out, our Jin's caught out. But we know that Twitch doesn't have ult here. So Pantheon and I feel comfortable walking up to try and see if we can stop the Otacon, and this ends up being pretty important. I'm fine with everything so far. This is bad. I don't know why I did this. So I think the best play here is to just nuke the wave and base. Because even if Shaco doesn't show up there, we're best trading 1-for-1. In my head, I'm thinking like, oh, if he dies, we get Otacon, but there's no way to guarantee that. And we're going to be back on the map right at around the same time. I think that's a huge mistake, and you can see, like, if I was present for this fight with my team, I'm pretty sure we just wipe. So I think the loss of this fight is a huge mistake on my part, and it's completely my fault. Now, for some reason, they don't do Otacon, which is insane to me. And we just get to do Otacon for free, and we end up getting saved by the fact that they're not... I don't know exactly, maybe they didn't feel comfortable doing it. Maybe Shaco didn't want to do it for some reason. Otacon does a lot of damage, but they just did not do Otacon. So we base, get a Medjais, and TP back. But I think this death right here is end of review. I'm like just getting bored. And it causes my team to snowball really bad, right? Recognize, like, what's the point in this? All I'm doing is inting gold into the Twitch, which is basically the one person who can really carry against me in this game state. And yeah, again, I'd probably give myself a C+ for side laning, because we don't really side lane too much in this game. It's a lot of following the Yi around the map. But I don't know if that was enlightening, even though I'm winning these games. I think it's very clear that I'm still not playing the side lanes perfectly. That's something I need to focus on further.